All right, guys, we're back, and I'm bringing you the science and cutting out the bullshit. Today, I want to talk about supersets. All right. Now, supersets may seem kind of bro-tastic. All right. It may seem like something straight out of Flex magazine, but there's actually some decent science on this. In fact, I've actually been doing supersets for years. I don't really talk about it much, but usually I'm pairing antagonist muscle groups together. So when I'm doing a bench press, I'm also doing some kind of row. If I'm doing a bicep exercise, I'm also doing a tricep exercise. Or if I'm doing a shoulder press, I'll do a row as well. So those antagonist movements, pairing them really helps cut down on my time in the gym, which is originally why I started doing it. My workouts typically are such high volume that if I didn't do some sort of supersetting, I'd be in there for like 3-4 hours. So I do that supersetting as a practical reason to cut down on time but still get my volume in, which one of the recent studies done on supersetting showed that. It showed people could maintain their performance pairing antagonist muscle groups and get their volume in a shorter period of time, which, I mean, that's a great benefit because most of us are busy people, and we need this practical application in order for us to be able to progress and be consistently in the gym. But another way to look at it is if you've only got 2 hours an hour or 2 hours to dedicate towards working out, why not try to maximize that and fit in as much as you can? And if you're resting 2 or 3 minutes between a set, you could be doing another set of an antagonist muscle that's not really going to take out any energy from your main sets. So like I said, like with bench press, I'll do some kind of row. I don't really superset much with squats just because squat's so demanding for me. But like military press, I'll also superset like a lat pull down. When I do bicep exercises, I'll superset with tricep exercises. And that cuts down a lot of my time. But what's really interesting is there was a new study that was reviewed in Mass. And if you guys haven't checked out Mass yet, I highly recommend it. You can go to laynemass.com and check out. It's a great research review. They review studies like this every single month. It's amazing. I use it personally. And in this study that Eric Helms reviewed, they looked at pairing antagonist muscle groups. They actually did a chest press and a seated row. And what they found was that not only was performance not diminished, but performance was actually better in the group that did the supersetting as opposed to the group that did straight sets. And they did those exercises, the paired group did it in about half the time of the traditional sets group. Okay? So it was about half the time, and they actually performed better. So they didn't look at hypertrophy, but if you can get the same amount of work done in half the time, that means at least you can have the same level of results in way less time and better performance. That's a pretty big win. Now again, for some people this isn't practical. They work out in a busy gym. Maybe they can't do that. They're not able to get multiple apparatuses at the same time. But if you're on a bench press, there's no reason you couldn't do your set of bench press, pull the barbell off real quick, and then do a set of rows. There are those options. And biceps and triceps are usually pretty easy to superset together. So again, I'm not saying that this is something you should do or you have to do, but I think it's a really useful tool for a lot of us who live really busy lifestyles. And for me, it was pretty cool because, like I said, I just started doing this not even when the literature wasn't even really there, just because it was the only practical way I was able to get all my work in the amount of time that was reasonable while I was in graduate school. So I was already supersetting way back in the day. I just didn't really talk about it much because I didn't think it was physiologically superior. It was just a time management thing. And so I didn't really want to promote it too much. But now I guess I'm happy to promote it because there's actually some science to back it up. So maybe if you're a busy person, you're having trouble getting all your workouts in, try pairing your sets with a antagonist muscle group and see if you don't get the same or better gains in less amount of time. All right, guys, if you've enjoyed this, check out Mass at layneMass.com. Click like, share the video, subscribe to my channel, and visit my website, biolayne.com. Thanks, guys. Hey guys, I had to jump back on here real quick and film a quick addendum because right after I finished this video, I got an email from Greg Nuckols of Mass, and they're running until the end of Monday a huge sale on Mass. So they're doing 30% off all subscriptions. Okay, so that's monthly, yearly, and lifetime. All right. Now, what that means is if you buy a monthly subscription, it is 30% off, not just the first month, but every single month in perpetuity for as long as Mass exists. Okay, so this is a huge, huge deal. They told me that it will never be cheaper than this. I highly recommend you sign up. If you love the science-based information, I keep myself updated with this information. And it's great because they kind of take complex science and explain it in a way that the layperson can understand. So I highly recommend this. I'm going to put the link in the description. And you can go there and check it out. It's LayneMass.com. So go check it out. Huge sale. Get in on it now.